So in this video, I want to go over a little bit more about us. If this is your first time hearing about Algo Alpha, I want to go over exactly how it is that we're different from potentially other providers that you're looking at, or really our approach to markets overall. Now, everything that we're going to be covering here today covers markets, and obviously trading has risks. You can watch this on your own time. Now, with that said, Algo Alpha is really here to make algorithmic trading simple. And really what makes us different on that approach is we have removed the emotion from a lot of the decision-making processes, but have also layered in great risk management. And so everything that we do here not only is back tested, stress tested, but it's also ran with live funds out of our own capital before we make it available for public release. And so what we actually are focusing on here is developing strategies and identifying markets where there's enough volume for us to build these strategies, allowing you to essentially take advantage of harvesting strategies, portfolio-based strategies, or even high-frequency trading strategies to take profits from the market. And what we're really doing here is creating different combinations of portfolios that offset market risks. So whether you're partaking in just one of our softwares or multiple, we want to help individuals along the entire process of actually having algorithmic trading exposure. So really we boil this down into three main markets. We trade the gold market, and the reason why we do that is because there's over $360 billion that's traded daily. We also trade the currencies markets. Now, currencies, there's plenty of them, but that trades about $3.7 trillion daily. So there's a lot of volume there and a lot of room for us to build strategies of all kinds. And then Bitcoin and Ethereum, we have strategies for those currency pairs, but it's about $51 in daily volume. So not as liquid as the others. And so really we focus on the high liquidity markets that allow us to develop these strategies to take off profits without having algo deterioration. Now, just to give you a little bit of background on ourselves, my name is Robert. I'm one of the founders here. My partner Wences has also been in the industry for about 15 years, but we essentially founded a fund outside of Algo Alpha. And because we started really seeing the experience with algorithmic trading, we wanted to essentially help others do the same by providing a licensed type of model. And so really we have two core teams. We have an institutional team that builds a lot of our portfolio-based strategies and our AI development team. And since AI is a bit newer, that team's a lot more lean, but they do have over 10 years of trading experience. Now, personally, the way that I got started in algorithmic trading, which if you're watching this, you probably had a similar experience. You probably saw some ads online. You probably saw some videos and you wanted to partake. Well, I was mainly trading from 2016 to 2018. And so when I saw those types of ads, I actually went ahead and purchased some. Now, in 2023, they were everywhere. Essentially, everyone and anyone was looking at a new algo, purchasing a new algo. And so some of the algos I'd purchased had made me money, had lost me money. But the ones that were providing some of the highest returns in the market at that time had strong performance. And since I was growing a business at that time, and these, provided fantastic returns, I figured I'd give it a shot. Well, no surprise, a lot of those algorithms did not have good risk management, and so they blew up. And so I went down the path of algorithmic trading. And number one, I wanted to understand exactly what happened. Number two, I wanted to make sure that that doesn't happen again, not only for myself, but anyone else that I look to help with algorithmic trading. And so once I understood this, I understood that these softwares did not have proper risk management. And that's exactly what we decided to build. And that's exactly why we have taken not only the approaches we've taken, but also put the measures in place that we have. And so, really, from a high level, the way that it all works is that essentially when you speak to one of our team members, they'll help you choose a strategy or a combination of strategies that fit your goals. Now, everything that we have here allows you to connect it to a web-based application. So you can connect your broker, connect the accounts, and have the strategy actually run on your behalf. So you're in control of your funds at all times, default out the box, you don't have to adjust anything. But most importantly, you do not have to download the software. You do not need a VPS, you do not need a VPN, you do not need to go through some of those external hoops of having a computer actually run it all 24/7. You don't need to change any of the risk settings. You don't need to change the risk files, the set files, default. And most importantly, you get to all manage our softwares all inside of one dashboard. You can pause it, you could stop it, and you can also put a full kill switch to protect your account right from the get-go. So if markets get turbulent and that ultimate kill switch gets triggered, you know that you're protecting your capital and you're not running the risk of blowing up your account, which many software providers do not have as an overall function. And so really what we have here is two different primary programs. We have the straight equity program or the funded trader program. So the straight equity is basically you come to us with 50,000, 100,000, or whatever the amount is, and that's the total amount you're trading. The funded trader allows us to actually pair with a broker contribution program where you're able to actually have 10x the capital in your trading account. It's not a prop firm. It's similar in regards to you being able to have more capital, but you don't have to pass any evals, challenges, and we have compatible software that can run on these accounts. And again, there's no profit splits, no lockups. So really what it is that we're doing here at Algo Alpha, and this is what really sets us apart, is we are creating an entire risk curve. So from low risk to higher risk strategies in combination with the straight equity and the funded trading accounts. So essentially, lower risk equals lower drawdown risk. Higher risk strategies obviously get higher returns, but also have a higher drawdown potential. That's why we've also built in those kill switches and protections in place, allowing you to not have the risk of really going into some deep drop down. Now, these strategies typically range from 10% to 300% per year, but last year, one of our strategies did 1,306%. Now, that's obviously not a guarantee of future results, but that was a monstrous year, and that was our gold trading strategy. Now, everything that we just covered in regards to the results, the returns, the performance, not only do we run live on our own accounts and everything, but we actually have third-party verification with MyFXBook, but then we take it a step further and we actually send all of our trade data to a CPA. He audits that and he verifies that what you see is what you get. Now, we can't predict the future, but we do want to make sure that you understand that you see, that we are going that extra step of what has occurred so that way you can make that decision for yourself. And that's all available on our website, including our CPA letters. Now, this is what they look like. As you can obviously see, we have that on my FX book, as well as the letter indicating the strategy, going over the strategy, and the performance of that strategy. And this is why our clients have loved working with us. 5 out of 5 star reviews nearly everywhere you look. And we've made this super simple. So whether you're tech savvy, whether you're not, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether this is your first time trading or you've already done algorithmic trading before, you will be able to get started and get absolutely set up very quickly and have these strategies run as soon as possible. Now, with that said, we have multiple trading strategies overall. So at the time of this recording, these numbers can obviously change, but we have our gold trading strategy, which has been our most popular by far. The ones with the badges were the best performers for quarter 1. And so on our call, we can actually go more in depth as to how this works and how you compare these strategies potentially with a funded account or which ones are compatible. And so this is where we have our other strategies here, like I mentioned, the badge being the best performers for quarter 1. And so again, our clients have loved it, whether they're on straight equity or funded trading accounts. The 5 out of 5 star reviews have been great. And so if you're interested in considering modernizing your portfolio and adding some of these strategies to your broader portfolio, I want you to go ahead and book your private consult with our team. We'll be able to go over exactly how it all works, how you can get started, and really how you can be live in as little as 30 minutes with any one of these strategies.